Well, you never guess. But it's Monday again. And the very silly pheasant flying around in the barn. Daft thing. Silly thing. It's raiding my pile of... I'm going to be careful how I say that. It's raiding my pile of barley. Yes, so Monday it is now, Monday afternoon. I have done the milling. I've milled this trailer full. I'm just about to go weigh it once I have pulled the cover over. And then that'll be ready to go. Oh, hi, cat. We've got it's like a menagerie here, isn't it, as well? So, pigeons everywhere and cats and pheasants, and the cat's just disappeared. Magic. Yeah, this week, what have we got on this week? I am considering trying to plant some of that lettuce that has grown on, which I've got at home, the lettuce and the cabbage and stuff like that. So you're just about to watch how you pull the cover over. So this is a dog lead, yes, which is tied to the cover on the other side. And once you get it going, covers over like that. And then this thing doesn't want to release. There we go. So yeah, that's the cover on. So yes, I am considering this week, depending on what goes on with other jobs and bits and pieces, trying to get some of them bits in the ground, because they're currently sitting in my polytunnel and they're not going to grow much in there. I'll start that one. So, well, they've grown a lot in there, that's the thing. So they've done really well. Now, I can imagine they will do fairly well outside. I've got those bits of lettuce. Sorry. Bits of lettuce that you saw the other week down in the field, which I could try and plant and get them in as well. So, might be a little bit of planting, because then that frees up them trays for the next stage of planting. And I am going to get some more of them. I was saying about that the other day, wasn't I? And getting some more to make sure that we've got enough for planting all the pumpkins in. Well, not all of them. I'm going to do a bit of every type of planting. So I'm going to plant some pumpkins from seed. I'm going to plant some pumpkins... Trailer brakes. Yeah, going to plant some from plants. Obviously, they'll go seeds into the trays, and then the plants will go into the ground. All them hooked up. Yeah, so I'm going to try and kind of try everything this year. You know, last year we just planted seeds and it didn't do great because the weather didn't play ball. The weather at the moment, I think we've got 8 or 9 degrees C outside. I was down to Douglas this morning very early to pick up my eldest from the ferry. And it was 9 degrees as I was going over the mountain at 5:30 this morning. So that's pretty warm. Is it going to get colder? Yes. Obviously, it is only January. We are definitely not out of winter. We could get snow all the way into March and frosts and stuff as well. I think there is a chance of, in fact, I'm not going to say what I think the chance is because I've not actually looked at the forecast recently. The tabloids have been forecasting something this week and this weekend and into next week, but I'm going to have a check up on that before I comment on anything, so that can be saved for later. We're getting through stuff here. The pile of barley is definitely getting smaller. You know, it was all the way to that end wall and it was in where the telehandler's parked. The unfortunate thing is we are rattling through our beans ridiculously fast. So beans, we don't have many left now. We've got a few there. Obviously you can see not much. And there's not a massive amount just the other side of that partition. So we might be on the lookout for some beans. But I'm going to see how much the farmer who takes this needs, how much more, because we've probably got enough for another couple of loads. and whether they need the protein in it, I don't know. We'll see what they say. But obviously, Tamsin uses beans as well in her feed. This is the feed for the pigs. So we need to make sure we've got enough to keep that going, so she's not having to add protein to it or anything like that. So, yes. Like I said, I'm going to go get this weighed. Then I need to fuel up that tractor. And I need to wash both tractors, so I might try and get that done. And Arthur wants us to go have a look at something as well, so I'll see if I can tie all that in. So I better actually get on and do something, aren't I? See you in a minute. Just washed off the class. Hang on. And I forgot how nice the tractor this is. It's a lovely tractor. I'm still absolutely shocking and cleaning the middle of the bonnet. I need to get a ladder or something, because you can't reach up to see. But yeah, you almost forget what this thing's like when you can't see out the windows because of the dust. So obviously this is the tractor that's on the mill, on the mixer. This won't actually run the mill. It's got a soft start on the PTO, and when you engage it, the mill is too much load for it, so it just clicks out. And if you try to kind of like then bump it, so get it moving and then engage it, just snaps the shaping in the mixer, in the mill. So we put this on the mixer. Bit more technology in this than the New Holland. It is a fair bit older. It does have a computer system. Don't know how to use most of the stuff that's in there, but the really good thing that you can do with this is change the speed that the spools go, and there's fender controls on this as well for one set of spools, so you can change it in here which set of spools they control out of the 3 on the back. So that's kind of handy. Air conditioning don't work in this. Mainly due to that being the air filter, which needs a serious replace and service. So it's all turned off. I don't know why it's turned on now. Must have come on when it turned on. But yeah, now that we can see out of it, it's a bit better. Need to go get some fuel in it, and then we'll park it back up outside, I think, so that if it does rain, it might rinse off some of this, because everything's been soaked in TFR, so anything that's left on it should come off. Yeah, so I'm going to have a quick drive down there, get some fuel in it at the tank, and then park it back up next to the New Holland up there. See you in a bit. For once in a few weeks, there's a change of scenery. Just shortly though, because I'm heading back to the farm in a minute. Just down on checking on a lane where we've put not a new ditch, but we've redone the ditch along the side, the drainage. So just checking that everything's looking okay down here. The track is very wet, as you can see still. This was gorse up here, so there's been lots of clearing out work over here over the last kind of 2 years-ish, thereabouts. Just having a look here, and there's this is the type of stuff we've got to watch out for, because obviously that backs the water up. If we back the water up and it gets too deep, the drains which drain through from that side into this don't work. Obviously this side just comes over the bank. It's just a bit of debris, so I'll probably bring a rake down and pull that out. No, it's looking good down here. As I said, this was redone. It's just a little access track between a set of fields and a road. It was on the 1780 map, I think it is this track, and this used to be the way in to the farm, which, if you see them trees in the far distance, the tractor's just gone past that way. That's the Neils. This used to be the drive to that farm. That was weird. My hand was like wing off. It's so funny when you're looking at yourself in reflection. Yeah, so this used to be the farm track in off the Windmill Road. So it's had a little bit of a revamp and sorting out, and once it's dried up and settled, it'll be quite nice. It could probably do with a bit of stoning if we're ever going to use it, although it's a little tight for ever getting any bigger machinery or trailers up. So but I wanted to kind of update you on where we are with the weather forecast. So I've been having a look, and basically there's lots of stuff going on in America, politically and weatherly, and basically there's like a massive cold front, Arctic plunge I think they call it. It's headed down across America, bringing cold, very cold weather to basically everywhere other than Florida, which is where my ex-business partner lives. So he's very happy about that. He's split between there and New York. I'm sure it's a bit colder in New York, but down in Florida it's still supposed to be, I think it said 61 degrees, so I'm guessing that's in Fahrenheit, which is toasty warm, isn't it? That's all right, you know, that's not faffing around. So yeah, that's basically really cold air meeting really hot air, and that creates turbulence. That's accelerating the jet stream. The jet streams are going to come rattling across the Atlantic. Jet stream being 30,000 foot up in the air, so don't worry when you see these tabloids forecasting, was it 250 mile an hour winds in the jet stream? Yeah, that's up there, not down here. So that's going to come rattling across, and that's going to actually deepen a couple of low pressures which are sat out in the Atlantic at the moment, heading towards us, which is what happens with them. Low pressures head towards us from the southwest, hit us, give us rain and winds. Now, when they get spun up a bit and deepened, you get a steeper gradient, which, like a hill, yeah, there's a hill there. If you see on a map, the contour lines here is flat. It's a long way between the contour lines. Once you get to that and start going up, there's a lot of contour lines really close together. It's the same with weather. It works in exactly the same principle. Closer the lines are together, stronger the wind. The wind travels from a low to a high, and it turns that way. Is that like south and a bit, where it spins out and a bit. So as it turns around, as it highs go anti-clock. Lows go anti-clockwise, highs go clockwise. Yeah, that must be it. Yeah, basically, winds are going to pick up. This low pressure is going to come in. Possibly, they're not sure exactly where it's going to track at the moment, so that's all a little bit up in the air. So we'll see. By the time this video goes out, we'll have already had the first of these. There's two of them at the moment coming in. So the first one's Friday, Saturday. Second one is kind of Sunday into Monday, I think, at the moment. But we are expecting some pretty strong winds, and we're not kind of scared of some strong winds here, but trees don't like it. You know, they get blown over. None of these would. These are sallies. That's a willow. Doesn't go anywhere. You know, they're too low. Wind rattles over the top of them. So yeah, that's basically what's happening. Snow? No. It's actually bringing an inclusion of warm air in, which is where you do get the snow, which is really stupid to say that warm air gives you snow. Cold air doesn't. Cold air's dry. Warm air has moisture. So warm air meeting cold air, you know what happens. Hot air rises. So the hot air goes over the top. So the moisture-rich air goes over the top of the cold air. And as it falls down, it turns to snow, because it's condensed and all that lot. So yeah, that's how we get snow. So you do need warm air into it. There might be some snow some places like mountaintops, Wales, Scotland, but it's winter. You expect snow on mountaintops, Wales, Scotland, lakes, all those places, North Yorkshire, all the bits that normally get snow. It's not going to be anything different to what they normally get. Obviously snow and strong winds equals blizzards. It does. Everyone knows that. So yeah, we'll all be aware of that. I don't think we'll see any snow. I'm hoping we do get some more snow, because that snow the other day was great fun. So I am actually just going to get a chainsaw and just take these bits off, because they're just sticking out a bit. So yeah, so that was it on the weather. I'm going to be back down at the farm in a bit once I've done that, and then we'll see where we're at. We've got 2 clean tractors, so that's kind of nice, and it rained on them last night as well, so that did my plan of rinsing them off. See you in a bit. As you can see, it's raining a bit. So it is Thursday, and we are expecting storm Éowyn tomorrow morning. It has just been upgraded to a red warning here, so that's going to be pretty spectacular. At the moment, I'm just topping up a bit of hydraulic oil in the back of this tractor. It just needed a little bit of top up. A couple of the bits on the mixer just leak and weep. Just many fixings which are not ideal. I'll put a little bit more in and check that again. Yeah, so just a little bit of a top up. This is what I was looking at the filters on, giving it a clean down, as you know, greased various bits and pieces, and yeah, getting a little bit of a sort out. I brought everything into the barn tonight because we are expecting possible gusts of 85 to 95 mile an hour tomorrow morning around about 8-9 o'clock. So I'm going to try and get as much as I can inside that's breakable. Stuff like trailers, yeah, they're fine outside, obviously, other than the trailer full of feed. That needs to... Is that the same trailer? Yes, it is. It is the same trailer. Yeah. Oh, I might have got the weight wrong on that. I thought that was the small Bailey. Yeah, maybe that's the big Bailey. I'll double check that because I might have put the wrong weight in. That was me back there. Yeah, so it's pretty meh today. Wind's increasing up to gale force this afternoon, and then all hell breaks loose overnight, and it gets like really, really windy. Southern Ireland is going to get absolutely hammered by this thing. It really is going to be something. It's going to be absolutely nuts, really. I think they said it's the strongest winds forecast in living memory. So, you know, obviously that's like in 100 years. Yeah, so we'll see what it's like. Obviously it's tomorrow, so it will be on this video. We will see what it's like. I'm going to get this tractor finished, and then I'll let you know what else we get up to. See you later. Just out getting some loads of stone. This is to go in a gateway. Typical, like last minute, I'd put all the tractor away, and then I just got asked to go pick up this stone. So we've got a gateway that's very, very, very muddy, and to the point of I am worried that the tractor would get stuck in it going through, let alone a pickup or like that. So this is just getting some 75mm clean, hardcore. So it's a decent stuff. So this is just a big carries, and it's nice because obviously I can pick it up in this tractor because we're taking it down out of the field. Normally you'd have to have this stuff kind of delivered. Should be about 8 ton, I think he's putting up. There you go. Bucket. Right, I'll see how this goes. See you in a bit. Well, that's it. Just seen the announcement. The schools are going to be closed tomorrow, so that is how serious this is getting. Someone's just posted from the new models, 105-mile-an-hour winds for the Isle of Man, which is pretty wild. Yeah, it's going to get interesting. As I say, schools are shut, and I'm back in the barn with a different trailer on. It's not the same one. So I've dumped the stone, put that trailer outside. This one's just been swapped by the farmer from Laxey. So I thought I might as well bring this inside because this has got a cover on it, which we want to maintain, so there's no risk of anything landing on it. I'm going to back it up against these doors as well behind us. Might just go a little bit closer than what I am at the moment. I'm probably going to tie them doors to the back of the trailer. I'm going to park the telehandler in behind them doors, although at the moment, one telehandler's still out. I think someone's using that. So I'm going to go find out how long they're going to be, because I do want to get that done before I need to go off and sort out the school run. So I'll probably tie the blue handler to the back, because then I can put the big grain bucket down behind the barn, and then just make sure everything else is fine here. The unfortunate thing we have is this side of the barn is open here. So because that's open, the air comes into the barn, and if it's blowing the wrong way, it tries to blow the doors out, which the saving grace is that this week the weather is actually coming onto this corner here. It's blowing at this corner, so it would be trying to blow the doors in, which is good because then I'll tie them to something and they can't move around, and hopefully this side will be a bit more sheltered. Yeah, it's going to be wild. As I say, I'm probably going to be down here tomorrow anyway, so I will see you then. I'll definitely be out and about, and depending on what's going on. Got chain oil, got chainsaw, I think I've got another chain for the chainsaw as well. So everything is ready just in case I need it. I'm going to sort out all my fuel tonight. I've got a list of stuff that I need to do at home, sorting out the cabin, moving stuff out of the garage. Yeah, not used to this kind of weather. Well, we're used to strong weather, but not this strong. So, right, I'm going to crack on. I'll see you later, probably tomorrow. Take care. Bit breezy out there today. So yeah, Storm Éowyn is well and truly here. Very, very windy. I've just been for a quick lap of the farm. You've just seen the video of it down on the drive. That big piece of silage wrap just appeared out over the hedges. Not quite sure where that's come from, not from us. That came in from to the west of us. Yeah, a little bit wild out there. I think that there's not going to be much going on outside. I do think, from what I'm hearing from people in Ramsey, that we might be a little bit more sheltered here. Just kind of tucked in closer to the hills a bit. I will have a bit of a drive out later and see what everything's like. But at the moment, everything's good down here. All the barns are intact, all the machines are intact. Obviously, my nice little collection all sat in here is good. That's this is the newest barn on the farm. But most of them are in pretty good condition anyway. The only ones which are really old are the two old cattle barns down at the bottom, which incidentally are the first Warings buildings that were built on the Isle of Man. Arthur was the first person who got Warings done, so yeah. But yeah, I'm just going to do a couple of bits and pieces today. Might get a bit of firewood split later, depending what kind of does ease off on the wind. And at the moment, someone's parked a car blocking my tractor in, so I'll need to get them to shift that first. But a bit windy. The doors are rattling. Yeah, if I can find anything else interesting, I'll let you know. And obviously today is Friday, so it is the last day of the video. What a way to go, eh? So I'm currently just hiding behind the car because I'm out at Black Beach. I've just come for a little drive out here, and the second I stick my head above the top of the car, it's getting absolutely sandblasted, and it is actually getting my knees underneath the car as well. I'll spin the camera around and you can see what it's like. This is well impressive. Now the tide is out at the moment, well, mostly out, so it's really kind of nuts how far it's come up here. Spin the camera around. Just whilst I'm back inside, one real problem with this, sorry, I need to turn the radio off, don't I? With this wind is the recycling bins. So I don't know if you can see them. They're back. In fact, let me back up. There's no one here. So, and this happened just down from me as, oh, that's now going to be beeping all the time until I put my seatbelt on. So recycling bins, which are down at the beach, and the ones which are just down from the Ginger Hall pub, just around the corner from my house. Totally skittled by the wind. Obviously we all got told to make sure as wheelie bins and stuff were away, and the unfortunate thing is those haven't, so there's now cans and bottles and everything all up the road on the way down here, which is not ideal. And as I say, it was the same down at the Ginger Hall as well. So my car's now covered in salt, so I'm going to have to go give it a rinse off. But no, I was impressed by that. See you in a bit. First tree down that I've seen on the farm. just come down into our field. Funnily, I was just driving right next to this when it snapped off, which could have not been very funny had it got me. Tell it's had a rock going down in the middle of it. You can see it there, all the way down. It's obviously lost a limb previously. There you go. Yeah, like this one snapped off before. Rot's got in. Nice bit of firewood there, though. Yeah, there's a load of. I think some of the ivy has come off that tree and was on the drive. I was just contemplating getting out to get it. There's an almighty cracking sound, and this one went this way as I was parked right at the bottom of it. So yeah, dangerous times around with weather like this. I have to get this tidied up. I'm not doing that today. I'll leave that until probably Monday. Once I've done a bit of milling, get that sorted. Hopefully the field will be a bit drier because I've got to drive on this area to get that one. But all the fun! It's calmed down enough that I keep my hat on. Earlier my hat kept blowing off.